Sunday night was all about the ladies. As I talked about at the top of the show, salute to the ladies on Sunday for tearing it up.
Got
Now,
one word for you.
what?
Showstopper.
I agree, and I'll take this first. So I'm glad we didn't record last week because I was going to shit on this whole thing. The build was extremely lackluster. They did not officially announce this to give this any time to build anything. And I thought the entire build was just like, all right, well, they had a thing going on a little while ago, so we'll do this. And
we did this 6 years ago. We'll do it again.
Not even that, because I thought, because at the last Evolution, they announced that like at the beginning of August. And their first match they announced was SummerSlam weekend. So SummerSlam weekend, they announced Alexa versus Trish, but Alexa got hurt. So the match got changed a couple of times. But that was announced in August, and Evolution was in the middle of October. This, I believe, got announced.
End of October, I think.
Yeah. And this got announced like in June, officially. Like it was all speculation that was going to happen. And they didn't officially do this until like June. So they didn't get enough time to build. Because I remember last time Mickey James was saying they didn't get the proper build or whatever. I disagreed. But this time, 100%. Not the greatest build ever. Like Rhea and Io, that was like a built-in story already. But it's like, all right, you could have like lengthened into this more. Jay and Naomi, that was already something going on. Then you got
or both world champions, like just saying, hey, like for this, I don't want to say glorified house show, or for this all-female Saturday night main event, but it's gonna be on Sunday. Hey, we'll we're the women's champion. We're gonna just pick our opponent. Very thrown together was the feel to me.
Yeah, so I was completely going to just destroy Hunter. Well, homage for that, but you did fucking good, Hunter. Because I'm gonna take this first because I'm saying this right now. This was the PLE of the year for WWE.
So far, for sure.
And if you disagree with me, you could debate your mother, because this was excellent. Because everything hit in the first Evolution. You could sit there and say like the card wasn't that great either, but that show delivered. From the open and tag match on the first Evolution. There's a 6-woman tag on the first Evolution. The Battle Royal with the Nia Jax when we raved about. This from top to bottom was fantastic. The opener, triple threat match, amazing for the WYC title. JC Jane tore it up. I talked about at the top of the show. She had an amazing weekend. She tore it up with
future TNA Women's Champ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope so. I hope she's coming around with 2 straps, even though I think that will end by DQ. But JC Jane, she's not a lot. The audience isn't that familiar with her, and I told her she main evented the Bash now, and she's the second match at Evolution.
Shout out to the crowd, by the way, top to finish of the show.
The crowd was excellent as well. Like even when Bayley's hyping them up from the opening match, but back to the NXT Women's Title match, JC Jane, amazing showing in that match. I thought Trish and Tiff, both Schomburg and Young John was excellent. I thought that match was really good. I did. Trish's second best match, in my opinion. Her first is Charlotte from SummerSlam 2019. I'll talk about that maybe a little later. But
what about Victoria in Survivor Series?
That's number 3.
My.
That's number 3. And I said I talked about the Battle Royal. A Battle Royal got a lengthy amount of time, and it was able to
shout
showcase
out Lash Legend.
Yes. She had an excellent showing in that match, and everything hit.
Every strap on her. And she had Parker for
get your mouth out the gutter. They had everything work that night, and to top it off, the main event. But let me not get there. Jade and Naomi. I could have cared less, but then the inclusion of Bianca Belair from Saturday Night's main event as the referee, and Bianca played her role very well. Even after the match, Bianca has this sad look on her face, like she was crying, like
that no holds bar match delivered.
It
Whether
did.
you were interested or not,
it was great. It was great. And but the inclusion of Bianca, that little thing actually propelled that match because they talked about it on commentary. Bianca hasn't talked to Naomi; she's avoided her, and Bianca is like, "Well, Jade, if you knew Naomi did it, why didn't you tell me so you can help me out?" So there's a lot of questions left to be answered with that. Like I said, like that blank stare Bianca had after she was raising Jade's hand, and they still didn't even speak. The only time they spoke was during the match. If she's asking Jade if she wants to continue, excellent storytelling, worked perfectly. And I said the main event, Rhea, women's match of the year contender as well, tore it up all over the crowd. And then I also think that the swerve of Naomi cashing in and leaving as the women's champion was a great way to end the night because Naomi, we talked about it.
We didn't see it happen.
She's turned heel.
It was one of the greatest surprise cash-ins in a long time.
Yeah. So your thoughts on Evolution? If I left anything on the table.
I'm gonna go with the cherry on top. Women's division alone. Name a better cash-in.
I don't think there has been.
There hasn't. There has not.
I do not think there has been,
and obviously the men's Money in the Bank has been around 10 plus years longer. Some years with 2 men's briefcases. That's in their top 5 cash-ins, period.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree.
It ain't number 5.
I agree. And Naomi on Raw was amazing as well. Amazing. She was amazing on Raw as well.
On these after shows is amazing too.
Yeah, it's right. Like stand, like she telling the people, like, you better clap for me. And
by the way, give Big E his own talk show.
he could do it. He can do
anything.
He sure can. But like I said, Naomi on Raw was amazing. Talking about she doesn't even know what Io's saying. I thought it was really fun. Now we have the triple threat match at SummerSlam for the women's world title. So I'm looking forward to it. But women clap. I can't applaud you guys enough. My applause button can't go long enough.
It went, I think it was questionable, like with the crappy build. When's the third one going to be? With how good that was, with how good the crowd was, with the minimal effort booking put into it and that good reaction, we're seeing one next year.
I hope so. I hope it's a yearly thing because at this point with these new WIC and US titles and tag titles, you can actually do that because you'll be able to showcase. You can showcase them on their own show.
Get that NXT
with their own pay-per-view.
NXT NA title in there.
Yep. So
call it.
Yeah. So I'm all for it, and I hope it comes local because I would definitely go. Leah was very excited to watch this. I'm not sure if she watched the whole thing because she had to leave because the night of she had to go to bed, and then I was told that she turned it on the next morning, but then they had to leave, and she was not happy that she had to turn it off. And I do not know if she revisited it since. But when I told her Bianca came back Sunday morning, she was ecstatic. So
beautiful.
so I'll have to see if she actually watched it, and I have to sit back and watch it with her. All right.